Hi, I'm Meg Schiffler, your host of Culture Wire, and today I'm here with Richard Lang here at Electric Works in San Francisco. Hi, Richard.
Hello, Meg.
Nice to see you today.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for inviting us in and showing us your amazing facility today.
You are welcome. It's my pleasure.
How long has Electric Works been around?
Well, Electric Works has been in San Francisco since the beginning of 2007, and we moved here from Brisbane, from our old iteration, which was Trillium Press. We do printmaking, gallery shows, and we have a fabulous retail store where there are lots of fun things to buy.
We're going to take a look at all of that as we walk around. It's incredible to me how many different things you do. How did you identify that San Francisco was in need of all of these different services?
It came from stepping out of graduate school in 1972. I wrote a little thing about, this is an idea, this is how the art world should work. It should have printmaking, it should have archiving, it should have a gallery, it should have a retail store. Back in 1972, I wanted to have art sales, point of sale at the grocery store. That seemed like a great idea.
That's good. So you wrote sort of a manifesto, as it were, of what the Bay Area should have.
Yeah.
You're making art incredibly accessible in so many different ways. So that's a good segue. Let's take a walk around the facilities. So Richard, here we are in your gallery space. Can you tell me a little bit about the current show?
The current show is Jeff Chadsey.
Can you tell me a little bit about the material that Jeff works on? What are we looking at?
He's working on Mylar vellum, which is a very smooth, beautiful drawing surface, and he's a drawer. I don't know anyone that draws as well as he does. Just perfect. You know, following the contours and making the shape of the body.
Your gallery represents artists from all over, not just from the Bay Area, and artists that work in a lot of different media.
Right.
How would you sum up what you look for in the artists that you represent?
It really is dependent on people who are competent with their materials. That's a really important thing. If you're gonna, you know, there's enough stuff in the world already.
You also have in this current show an artist who makes sculpture out of some really interesting types of materials. Let's go over and take a look at that. So Richard, here we are in a smaller space, a project gallery.
Artists use the parameters of this space to find relationships between the work that is not out in the big gallery.
I've noticed a lot of artists doing really site-specific work.
This is a pile of balloons, something that is so familiar, like a child's balloon. When it is in this proportion, suddenly it becomes something out of a dream, and really...
Or a nightmare, maybe.
Maybe a nightmare.
And this one over here is even harder to figure out what the initial material is.
This is made out of puffy paint. Often kids will use it to decorate their clothes, and so what she has done is made all of these lines of paint.
Now for the pieces that we're looking at, is there a core of foam or something in the middle of these pieces that she builds on top of?
I'm not telling.
Ah, it's a secret.
This silver is aluminum foil, crumbled up aluminum foil. Her aesthetic is very much that quiet Japanese spatial thing that I really admire, and their attention to the materiality of the things of the world.
This is a nice juxtaposition that you've got going on right now. Jeff Chadsey, who is a more established artist alongside an emerging artist. Is that something that's important to you as well?
Very important in this space is to have artists who really haven't shown much.
And so let's take a look at two other aspects of Electric Works operation. Let's go to the bookstore.
Okay.
All right. In all seriousness, Richard, here we are in your store. It's actually the first thing that you encounter when you come in off the street.
Yeah.
And it's evolved since you opened here into the most amazingly curated selection of things.
The dunce caps was a project for the Berkeley Art Museum. It was This is from William Wiley's retrospective, and when Wiley got up on stage to sing his song, 270 people put on the dunce cap.
It's not just a bookstore, it's a store.
Right.
Can you talk us through some of your favorites as we look around
let's see.
here?
Well, these are actually, they're made in China, but these are made out of cattails.
These pieces up here, you have a whale head and various animals and a bear pelt over there, and they're drawings, aren't they?
These are pen and ink drawings by Ian
Amazing.
Hubert. We do fundraisers for nonprofits, and so we're doing a project for the Magic Theater, and so there's some pretty funny cartoons. They're probably not for prime time, some of them. This is Paul Madonna's album, Paul Madonna of Oliver Coffee fame.
And you sort of have with Paul kind of a holistic relationship where you might do merchandise in the store that promotes their work and their practice, and then also prints for them. So maybe we should go back and take a look at the print operation now.
Let's go. There we go.
Richard, before we go into the print shop, I noticed some really incredible items that you've got tucked back here. What are we standing in front of? This is amazing.
This is the William Wiley Punball OOE, Only One Earth. And this
pun ball.
Punball, that's what he calls it. This is a print edition. There are 8 total. And what we wanted to do is expand the idea of printmaking. So this has silkscreen, it has pochoir, it has hand drawing on it. This is really an art object. There we go.
So besides the pun ball machine, what else have you produced in very limited edition?
Well, there's the Enrique Shigoya 2012 slot machine. If you win the super jackpot, you have saved the world.
And then what about books?
The Sandow Burke Divine Comedy. It was 3 volumes with 210 hand-pulled lithographs in each volume. And the Marcel Dezama Cabin of Count Dracula with 20 lithographs inside, and it's lined with beaver fur.
That's hilarious and
Faux beaver
really
fur.
special.
Really special.
Let's move on to the print shop.
Okay. The core of what we do is making things. This is an example. This is a print project that will be a fundraiser for the contemporary music players. We decided to put it in a portfolio so you can either frame it or you can have it on your bookshelf.
So nonprofits can come to you, not just visual art nonprofits, but all kinds of nonprofits can come to you, and then you'll affordably produce prints for them to sell, and then the profits they can keep.
The return on investment is usually 4 times to 10 times the amount of investment. This is a project for the El Triunfo Bioreserve in Chiapas, Mexico. And this is one of the artists that we represent, David Tom.
So in addition to working with nonprofits and individual artists, you also make prints for the artists that you represent.
Yes, we do.
And over here are some large prints by a phenomenal artist, Paul Madonna.
He writes these beautiful things. Anyone who's told you paradise has a book of rules has only peered through the windows. And this is from Oliver Coffee. We do his prints, and we are contract printers for all kinds of organizations all across the country.
Well, thank you very much for showing
You're
us
welcome.
around today.
This has
I
been a
really
pleasure.
appreciate you taking the time to let me get better acquainted with the operation and also to share it with our Culture Wire community.
Great.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Meg.
Richard.